This video is your boot camp rack workout. The purpose of this video is to keep you from detraining when you get to boot camp. You need to work out as hard as you possibly can before you go to boot camp to keep you from detraining or losing any of your physical ability. When you first get to boot camp, you're going to have several weeks, 2 to 3 weeks, where you're going to be going through medical, dental, and all your administrative things. And so they're not going to allow you to work out because of liability. So make sure that you're maintaining your fitness during those 3 weeks. If you get in trouble for it, when I was in boot camp, I was scared of doing that because I thought they'd kick me out of boot camp. Little did I know, they're not going to kick you out of boot camp for physical fitness. If they do, it look kind of stupid on your DD-214. Hey, why'd you get kicked out of boot camp? Oh, they were trying to keep me from working out. Yeah, that'd really look good for the Navy, wouldn't it? So, if you get caught, they're going to give you these black demerits or whatnot. Big deal. You know, just try to minimize it. Keep it all low key. Watch out for the tattletales, the guys that'll sit there and run to the company commander because they're brown nosers and they want to get brownie points. So watch out for those guys. So the purpose of this workout is so you can sneak in exercises at any time during the night. If you're sitting at your desk and they make you put your hands on a desk, you can push downward, okay, and that's gonna work your upper body a little bit. Or if you have your hands under the table, you can push upward, you know, and that's going to really get your biceps, your pectorals, you know, you can contract all kinds of muscles in your upper body by doing that. Or if you're sitting there under your desk, you can do calf raisers while you're sitting there in class. So, you know, if you keep your muscles moving and keep them fairly active, you're going to be able to get some type of benefit out of it. So, also what I have everybody do is buy a workout band. Your workout band could be just a straight strip of the elastic, or it could be an actual completely round rubber band. Either way, you can buy these at Dick's or Target or any place that basically has minor gym equipment, and it might cost you $4 to $10, and you get a pack of anywhere from 1 to 3 or 4 of these babies. So what you're going to do with this is you can take it, you can fold it up nice and small, and you can put it in your wallet, and that way nobody will be able to see it. It'll fold up fairly flat. Try to fold it, elongate it a little bit so it fits kind of like a dollar bill, and that should fit in your wallet. The other way you can do it is to grab yourself a religious book and an address book, which can only be a small little book, like pocket-sized books. Take and put some stamps in the address book, and that's your excuse. So you take those 2 books, and you'll wrap the band around the books. And then if anybody asks you, well, why do you have that band wrapped around your Bible and your address book? You say, well, I've got stamps in my address book and some other loose addresses, and I don't want to lose them, so this just holds it all secure. So they'll sit there and nod their head and go, all right, you're going to take that and you're going to put it in your little cubby. So in your rack in the barracks, you got a little drawer that you'll be able to put this stuff in. So then at night, you sneak this band out, and now you're able to do some exercises. So first, what I'm going to teach you are some of the exercises that you can do in your rack when you're laying there. So again, get the rack as far away from the front desk as you possibly can, and try to take the lower rack. That way you have a rack above you that you can grab onto to be able to do pull-ups. If this bar here was the actual rack in the barracks, the top rack, you could grab onto the frame, laying in bed, pull yourself up, and just do a static isometric and hold that position for as long as you can. Then you could do different lengths of the arm all the way up and come down and hold it, come down and hold it, so you can get several different variations out of it. So it'll stimulate your biceps and your forearms and your back just a little bit. So that will keep you from detraining. Then you can do push-ups in bed. So if you're on the bed, again, the bed's going to be flimsy and soft, but you just sit here laying in bed and you can hold it static. You can do a plank. You go down and do push-ups to different angles and hold it, so you could actually get a push-up workout out of that. You could even possibly, if you're stable enough, put your feet apart a little bit. You can do diamond push-ups. Front planks. Same thing as a push-up. So you can do it in the push-up position, or you can do it down on your elbows. Either way, you can do front planks. You might not have the height above the top rack to do side planks on your full extended arm, so do them on your elbow here. You can do them to the right, and you can do them to the left. Flutter kicks. Lay in your bed. Now you can do some of your abs. So you can lay in bed, lock your legs out 6 inches, and do flutter kicks as high as you can. Then you could do, with an addition to flutter kicks, You can do knee benders. You can do leg levers. You can do crunches. One leg over, opposite hand, up to that knee, reverse, same thing with the other side, both knees up, you can crunch, you can do sit-ups. All these exercises for the abs you can do right there laying in your bed. Now, if the guy on watch made his rounds and he's up by the front, you can slide out of your bed, put your hands on the end of the bed, put your feet on the floor, and now you can do dips. So you can sit here, now you can work on your shoulders, your pectorals, your chest, and your triceps. So there's no excuse really not to try and stay in somewhat shape and not to detrain while you're in boot camp. So you could do with the band, if you're laying in bed, you could secure the band over the headboard or the bars going up, and you could do crunch, hug the tree, or basically working your pectorals, pulling it in here like this. You could lengthen the band, and you could do tricep extensions. You could work the rear deltoid by pulling the bands outward. You can do tricep extension from behind. You could do lat pulls basically if you're in bed, or if you're not in bed, if you're able to get out and nobody's around, you can stand up, bend over so your arms pull to the side. I know these bands aren't very strong, but by doing mega reps, multiple reps, and by doing the static holds, the static isometrics, you'll be able to get a good workout. You can put your foot on it and you can do curls, both regular and reverse curls. You could do standing press. So there's a multitude of exercises. What you have to do is identify what muscle you want to work, figure out how it contracts, and then figure out an exercise that will work with that. So the other thing you do when you're shining your boots is do a wall sit. Get up on the wall, sit on the wall, and polish your boots. So you'll be able to get somewhat of a leg workout there too. Again, if you go to the head, don't just walk, do lunges, do duck walks, do bear crawls, or even get up on your heels and walk on your heels to the restroom and back, and that's going to help with your shins to help avoid shin splints. So these are a lot of various exercises that you can do. You can come up with your own, but this will give you an idea that, hey, I don't have to just sit there and not do anything. You'll be able to get a pretty good workout.